Hello and welcome back. I really appreciate you listening and watching. It's such a blessing to be able to connect in this way. In today's practice, what I wanted to focus on is just being steady in uncomfortable situations. Can you relate? I sure as hell can. So as we practice today, and there's many levels around the world, I'm getting messages from people who are watching the videos and even people who are just starting out in their practice, and that's absolutely beautiful. I'm very, very grateful to be able to share this with you. Today, as we practice, I'm going to keep it pretty simple but strong, and as we move, as in all situations, just do your best, okay? Let's get started. Sit up tall, take your shoulders back, and just close your eyes. When you close your eyes, you're just tuning your senses back into yourself. You start to just feel yourself again. In these times, in these moments, we're very externally connected. There's a lot of fear being generated by what is outside of us. And it's good to be aware of those things. And it's also absolutely crucial that we spend time reconnecting to what is true inside of us. The very source of our being can get kind of blurred sometimes in these kind of moments. So as you settle into your body with your eyes closed, just take a deep breath, and through your mouth, exhale. And you can feel that there's a little bit of tension starting to release through the breath. One more time, take a deep inhale, and exhale. Bring your hands together in prayer pose. This is called Untitled Mudra. And a mudra, it just means to seal or to hold. You can imagine putting a pot on the stove with water. You put a lid on it, and it starts to hold the energy in. And in this way, in our practice, we want to generate energy, but we also want to use that energy to help increase well-being within ourselves. We're going to chant one Om together. And I know maybe you're at home and it feels a little awkward to chant. Your neighbors are probably going, what are they doing? And it's okay, even if you just want to just simply make a sound or no sound at all, just so that we tune in together wherever you are. Take a deep inhale. And bow your head to your heart. When you bow your head to your heart, you're allowing your mind to soften into the space that is your spirit. And this space is very much like sunlight. It never goes out. It's always strong. It's always vibrant. And it's always there for you. Release your hands. Lift your head. Open your eyes. Here I am. Okay, let's stand at the front of our mat in Tadasana. And as we stand, just stand with the feet hip distance apart. And look down and just make sure that your toes are pointing straight forward. Generally, they want to turn out, and that's just coming from a little bit of tightness in the hips. Point the toes straight forward, ground to your feet, open to your heart. And again, just like we did earlier, take a breath. On the next inhale, float your arms overhead, reach for the ceiling, Utthita. And we're going to do a little side stretch. So we're going to take the left wrist with the right hand, and we're going to lean to the right. And then making your legs super strong, shift the hips to the left. And then as you press down through your legs, try to use the power of pressing down to open the heart. And then get a full stretch. And then again, right into this space, another full breath. And you can release the breath to your mouth or just through your nose with your lips closed. That's called Ujjayi breath. On the next inhale, come back to center. Release your hands. And you already feel a little bit of energy moving inside you. Take the arms overhead, reach for the ceiling. Utthita. Take the right wrist with the left hand, and we're going to lean to the left. And as you lean to the left, strong legs, open heart, full stretch. Come back to center. Release your hands. On the next inhale, take your arms overhead, reach for the ceiling, full Utthita. We're going to take the arms back slightly to get the front of the chest opening and expanding. On the next exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. We're going to bow forward and touch the ground. Now, as you bow forward, you can take a slight bend in the knees to take some of the pressure off the lower back, no problem.
But once you're folding forward, connect your fingertips to the floor. Bend your knees just a little bit to get the fingers connected, and then start to make your legs strong and straight as you fold in, Uttanasana. On the next inhale, lift and open the chest, half stretch forward. The purpose of this pose is to get the front body expanding and opening. So if you need to bring your hands onto your legs, go for it, it's no problem. And fold in. Take your hands to your hips with an open chest, rise. Release your hands, Tadasana. On the next inhale, float the arms overhead, reach for the ceiling, take the arms back, open the heart, and then we can make the legs a little bit stronger and to support our lean back. And it's absolutely crucial that we're using the power of the legs to go up as we go back. Come back to center, hands in prayer pose, bow forward and touch the ground, Uttanasana. Lift and open the chest, half stretch forward, Ardha Uttanasana, and fold in. Take your hands to your hips with an open chest, rise. On the same breath, float the arms up, take the arms back, lean back, full stretch. Come back to center and touch the ground, Uttanasana. Lift and open the chest, half stretch forward, fold in. Last time, hands on the hips, open chest. You can bend your knees as you rise. Float the arms up, take the arms back, lean back and stretch. Come back to center and touch the ground, Uttanasana, forward fold. Lift and open the chest, half stretch forward, and step to plank pose, Phalakasana. So as soon as you step back, make sure that the hands are a little bit wider than your shoulders. Feet are in line with the hip joints, so there's a little space between them. Strong arms, strong legs, open the chest. Cool. And then you want to make sure that your power, the power in your arms and legs is supporting your body to stay lifted. Try to resist the hips collapsing towards the floor. Now do your best to stay steady here. If you need to bring the knees to the floor at any time, that's totally cool, but try to resist that energy so you start to put yourself into the fire just a little bit. Don't run away from it. Open the heart, and we're going to lower nice and slow to the earth all the way down. Point the toes straight back, lift the chest up and forward for Cobra Pose. Now this Cobra Pose, you want to continue to use your feet, even though they're pointing back, and your legs. Use the power of that to open the heart, open the chest. Okay. Push back, downward facing dog. You can move from your knees or just push straight back. First dog pose, we're going to take a deep bend in the knees. Lift the butt super high. You're going to feel this going into your back. See if you can keep the hips pointing or sitting bones pointing towards the ceiling, and then start to work the legs straight. And with everything you have, push the floor away. This is going to drive the thighs back and up. Step forward to meet your hands, Uttanasana, forward fold. As you fold in, ground to the feet, check the distance, check the direction. On the next inhale, lift and open the chest, Ardha Uttanasana, and fold in. Take your hands to your hips with an open chest, rise. Same breath, take the arms up, take the arms back, lean back and stretch. Come back to center, Uttanasana, forward fold. Lift and open your chest, half stretch forward. Step to plank pose. Strong arms and legs. Open the heart. We're going to lower slow to the ground for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Point the toes straight back. Lift the chest up and forward. Yes, I know, I count very slow. These are imaginary seconds. They are not real seconds. Downward facing dog. Push it all the way back. Good. Step forward to meet your hands. Uttanasana. Lift and open the chest. Ardha Uttanasana. And fold in. Take your hands to your hips with an open chest. Rise. Same breath. Take the arms up. Take the arms back. Come back to center and touch the ground, Uttanasana. Lift and open the chest, half stretch forward, step to plank pose. As you step back, super strong in your arms and legs, super sweet through your heart. We're going to lower down for 5. They're not real seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Point the toes back, lift the heart, Cobra. And downward facing dog. Push it all the way back. Okay, so we're going to pick up the tempo just a little bit. We're going to increase the heat in our body and the circulation. As we do so, we're going to start to jump forward just a little bit. Those of you guys at home, you can jump or step, no problem. Bring the feet together at the back of the mat if you're a jumper. Bend the knees, look forward, and lightly hop. So I'm not going to go so high. Lift and open the chest, half stretch, and fold in. Take your hands to your hips with an open chest, rise. Same breath. Take the arms up, take the arms back, lean back and stretch. Come back to center, Uttanasana. Lift and open the chest, half stretch forward. Step back, plank pose. We're going to lower down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Point the toes, open the heart. Cobra pose. Reset the feet, push back, dog pose, feet together. Look forward, step or hop, Uttanasana. Lift and open the chest and fold in. Hands on the hips with an open chest, rise. Same breath, up and back, lean, full stretch. Come back to center, Uttanasana, forward fold. Lift and open the chest, half stretch forward. Step to plank pose. We're going to lower only halfway down this time, okay? 3, 2, 1. Untuck your feet and straighten your arms. Upward facing dog. This time the arms are super strong and straight. Thighs are off the floor. Feet are working strong. Downward facing dog. Bring the feet together. Bend the knees. Look forward. Lightly hop or step. Your neighbors downstairs should not know that you're a jumper. Lift and open and fold in. Take your hands to your hips with an open chest, rise. Float the arms out of memory. Lean back and stretch. Come back to center, Uttanasana, forward fold. Share it with you later. Lift and open my chest, your chest, our chest. Plank pose. Lower down halfway. 3, 2, 1. Untuck the feet, straighten the arms. Upward facing dog, or us pros like to call it, up dog. Downward facing dog, push it back. Last one, feet together. Look forward, bend the knees, hop or step, Uttanasana, Ardha Uttanasana, and fold in. Hands in the hips, open chest, rise. Take the arms up, take the arms back, full stretch, full stretch, full stretch. Uttanasana, forward fold. Lift and open your chest, half stretch forward. Step to plank pose. Lower down, 3, 2, 1, up dog. Downward facing dog. Push it back, feet together. Bend the knees, hop it, float it, step it, hold it, lift and open the chest, and fold in. Hands in the hips, open chest, rise, and release your hands to your side. Tadasana, sweet breath. Yeah, and you can feel your body, it's heating, energy's moving. Try to come to stillness, even your eyes soft, gazing someplace in your room. And just hold that in your gaze and soften everything else around it. Doesn't matter what it is. Good. On the next inhale, float the arms overhead. Bring your hands to prayer pose, fold in, Uttanasana. Lift and open, Ardha Uttanasana. And let's step to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, step your right foot forward. Come onto your fingertips so that your front body is spacious, open, and free and light. Now notice that in order to get spacious and light, you have to be strong. And this is something that we're cultivating through our practice. Rise, bring your hands to your hips. With your hands in your hips, settle into the front leg. And you're gonna, you don't have to go so deep, but the key is to keep this back leg strong and stretching. And the front knee stays right over that front ankle. Try not to let it fall forward. On the next inhale, float the arms just straight up, crescent pose. And we're just gonna steady it here, okay? And the key is we're always trying to fix things. Ooh. I need to write that down. That one hit me like a brick. We're always trying to fix things. And some things you just have to sit with. Some things you have to learn to be okay with. It's uncomfortable. Sometimes it doesn't feel good. But you're building strength in the process. And that strength will always, always serve you. Good. Step to plank pose. You step to plank pose, it feels amazing. Oh. Yeah, until it doesn't feel amazing anymore. We like change, we like change, we like change, we like change. But when things stay the same and we're used to change, that's when it gets tough. And that's actually when the practice begins. With your lips closed, start to stretch your breath. Nice, sweet, fluid breath. Lips closed, ujjayi breath. Downward facing dog. Downward facing dog, step your left foot forward. Come onto your fingertips, open through the chest. And again, you go back to that sense of inner space. Rise, bring your hands to your hips, and get steady in your legs. Steadiness requires firmness, strength. This is something that we build. Float the arms overhead, full crescent. We're just going to stay steady here. Your body and your legs, they'll start to tremble and shake. It's totally cool. This is just you getting stronger. You tremble, you shake, you're building strength. Do your best not to collapse. Stay in it. Almost there. I can feel my legs starting to shake. Good, and it's normal. Step to plank pose. Oh, yeah, that was a burner. Strong arms and legs, open through the heart, and just get steady. Focus on a spot on the floor in front of you, and try to hold that within your gaze, within your concentration. Imagine nothing else exists except for that point. In yoga, we say, Desha Bandha Chittasya Dharana. It's the thing that you connect your mind to and you concentrate on. That eventually becomes your reality. And we want to move our concentration and our ability to hold the light of our heart within our focus. And all things get hard, all things get difficult. That's what gets you through it. Downward facing dog. Ooh, that felt good. Difficult, but good. Step your right foot forward. Come on to fingertips. We're just going to build off the same pose. Rise, bring your hands to your hips. Take the arms overhead. And bring your hands to prayer pose. As you bring your hands to prayer pose, we're going to lean just a little bit forward, call it 45 degrees. Strong in the legs. And lightly, we're going to take the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. And when you want to, try not to collapse. If this is a struggle for you, you can bring the left hand to the floor, right hand to the hip. But try to use the power of your legs to get lifted, to get open, to get space, to get free. Strong breath, sweet breath. Come back to 45. Good. And with control, plank pose. Whoa, that was strong. I'm feeling it in my quads. Downward facing dog. Downward facing dog, step the left foot forward. Those of you guys at home, if it gets to be too much, just hit pause, take a break. It's no problem. Have a glass of water, whatever you got to do. I was going to say smoke a cigarette, but I think I said that in my last video. It's really hard to come up with new material all the time. Rise, bring your hands to your hips. Take the arms overhead, full crescent. Strong legs, full reach. Bring your hands to prayer pose. We're going to lean forward. Lean forward. Nice and sweet with control. Take the twist. Open the heart.
Come back to 45. Whoa, yeah. Step to plank pose. Whoa. Strong arms, strong legs. We're going to lower to the earth for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Point the toes, open the heart. And that kind of movement, over time, you're going to get stronger. So if you're kind of moving too fast or you're needing to, you collapse a little bit, it's okay. Keep coming back to this video and you'll build strength. See what I did there? Downward facing dog, push it all the way back. Step the right foot forward between your hands in the middle of your mat. Turn your back heel down and flat. And I have a line on my mat, so I'm just looking to make sure that the heel is in line with the arch of the back foot. Back foot just pointing towards the edge of the mat. On your fingertips, open to your heart. Strong, super strong legs. Bring your right forearm to your right thigh. Take your left hand to your hip and just open towards the side of your mat, edge of your mat. And take the left arm, reach it up first, then forward, palm face down. Now you're going to do your best to just get steady here, okay? You'll start to feel the legs wobble, they may shake. Get super strong and fight to stay still. This is stage 1. Stage 2, the right arm on the right thigh, make it lighter. Maybe lift it 1 millimeter, it's no problem. Stage 3, we're going to stretch the arm forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. With control, step to plank pose. Wow. Yes. Downward facing dog. Step the left foot forward between your hands. Turn the back heel down and flat. And again, make sure front knee over the front ankle. Front heel in line with the arch of the back foot. On your fingertips, get space. Now, if you ground through the outer edge of that back foot, you're going to feel a stretch on the outer line of your leg. It's perfect. Great for your knees, ankles, all of that stuff. Bring your right forearm to your right thigh. Take your left hand to your hip. Open the chest. Stretch the right arm up. Take the right arm forward, palm face down. And again, super strong. Super spacious in the heart, and the breath free. And you'll feel the breath will catch sometimes. It'll kind of grip. It's just your muscles getting tight as you're trying to breathe. It's trying to hold the form. Left forearm up lightly, stage 2. Stage 3, we're going to float that left arm forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. With control. Ooh, plank pose. Strong arms, strong legs. Open the heart. We're going to lower down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Point the toes, open the heart. And again, every time we do this, we get stronger. And we use our strength to get lighter. And we use that lightness to stay connected, to share, to inspire, to create. Downward facing dog. Push it all the way back. Bring your knees to the floor. Untuck your feet. Sit back on your heels. And take a breath. Close your eyes and just feel your body. And the beautiful thing about intensity is that when you experience something intense, everything else disappears. Because your mind is holding one thing in its focus. So what we want to do with our practice is we want to intensify it. Not just so that we can say we can do something, but to bring the mind into sharper focus, to bring the mind more in tune with your body. When you're in tune with your body, you're always in the present moment. And if you look at fear, fear is something that is future-based. You don't fear something that has already happened. You fear something that has not happened and that you think might happen. But your body never goes there. Your body's always in the single now moment. So tune into it. Okay, sweetly open your eyes. And we're back. Okay, let's start in downward facing dog. Do pigeon, do a couple of arm balances. Maybe one arm balance. And start with the right shin forward. Bring the right knee to the ground, left knee down, and come on to fingertips. Okay. And this right foot, it can be as close to your hip as you need it to be for comfort in the knee. Okay. The knee we want a little bit to the outside of the right hip. Try not to collapse to the side. That's a different kind of stretch. It's no problem, but try to stay lifted, elevated. This is called an elevated hip opener. On your fingertips, strong legs, strong arms, open heart. Now, in this one, I'm not so much going back. You can, but for me, I have a tight ass. I have a tight ass. Oh yeah, here we go. I have a tight ass, so I don't go so far back. Instead, I go up. So that tight ass, if it's too tight, will actually grip the pelvic bones around your lower lumbar spine, and that can cause a little bit of discomfort. So before I even think about going back, I go up and just generate inner space first. Oh, that feels good. Okay, downward facing dog, good enough. Okay. Step the left shin forward, right knee down, fingertips, same alignment, left foot, it can be wherever it needs to be in order to stay square in the hips, lifted in the heart, and the knee should be pain-free, okay? If you have pain in the knee, try to first pull the hips up so that you're not collapsing into that knee. Second, you can make the foot adjustment. Downward facing dog. Push it all the way back. Okay. So we're going to do side plank variation. We're going to do a few variations, and I'll just run through them. We'll do them together. Bring your feet together at the back of your mat. Move them forward slightly. Then we're going to slide forward to plank pose. Okay. Turn to the outer edge of the right foot, and you're going to step the left foot just to the floor in front of the bottom leg. Take the left hand on your hip and open the chest. Now, when I look down in my hand should be slightly in front of the shoulder. There should be not a straight down angle of the arm bone, slightly forward, just a touch, okay? This would just keep the arm bone aligned in the shoulder socket, the glenoid socket, little anatomy. Okay. Left hand on the hip. Take the left arm up. And I want you to use your right hand, the bottom hand, to get more opening through the top arm, more reach. So you're converting power, strength, and grounding energy into something that is expanding and liberating. These are the very central concepts of our practice. Strong breath, steady breath. Good, downward facing dog. Ooh-ah. Feet together, slide forward to plank pose. Left hand right in front of the left shoulder. Step the right foot to the front of the bottom leg. Take the right hand to the hip first. Open the chest, open the heart. Now, if this is enough for you, it's totally cool. But use both legs so that the left arm is not carrying all of the weight. Stretch the right arm up. Steady breath. Almost there. Good enough. Downward facing dog. Okay, come to your knees just for a moment. And if you're uncomfortable sitting like, just shift the feet, it doesn't matter. Shake out your arms. We want to get this energy out of the wrist a little bit. Shake out the arms, move the hands around, let the wrist be free. Take a breath.
out through the mouth, downward facing dog. Do the same thing again. That last one was stage 1. You can do that. If the next stage is challenging for you, do stage 1, no problem. Come forward to plank pose. Turn to the outer edge of the right foot. This time we're going to do our best to keep the legs stacked on top of one another. Take the left arm up. If you start to struggle here, just slide the left foot to the floor like we did in the last pose. Open heart. We're going to take that top arm, reach it forward, palm face down. Get a full, strong stretch through the whole left side of your body. My legs are working strong, even my toes, even my ears. Downward facing dog. Push it all the way back. Bring your feet together. Let's shift it to the other side. Turn to the outer edge of the left foot. Stack the right leg on top of the left. Float the right arm up. Open the heart. The body will shake. It'll tremble. See if you can steady that. Steady. Use your strength. Use your arms. Use your legs. Strip everything to the center. Hold it steady. Top arm forward, palm face down. Full stretch. Deep breath here. And downward facing dog. Woo. Bring your knees to the floor. Sit back on the heels. Shake out the arms. Oh, that felt good. Okay. We're going to do one more stage, okay? This one, anytime you need to, you go back to stage 1 or stage 2. No problemo. Downward facing dog. Come forward to plank pose. Turn to the outer edge of the right foot. Take the left arm straight up. Now we're going to lift that left leg high into the sky. Yeah, steady. It's going to wobble. Try to hold it strong. Try to hold it steady. That's it. Downward facing dog. Oh, yeah, yeah. Come forward to plank pose. Turn to the outer edge of the left foot. Stack the legs. Take the right arm up. And with control, we're going to float that right leg up. Steady. It's going to wobble. Left arm will shake. If the left arm starts to shake too much, just come down. No problem. Hold it. 3, 2, 1. With control. Oh la la. Downward facing dog. Yeah. And bring your knees to the floor. Sit back on your heels and shake it out. Ooh, that felt good. Okay. So open the shoulders just a little bit. These are some of my favorite shoulder openers. Come onto your forearms. When you come onto your forearms, make sure your knees are just slightly behind your hips. You don't have to go so far back with the knees. Turn your palms face up, and you can bring the forearms together to touch. So when you bring the forearm together to touch from the pinky finger all the way to the inner edge of the elbow, you want that connection. Press the forearms down, super strong, and you might already feel this in your shoulders and upper back. So totally cool, no problem. Stay there. Now the key to this opening is not let the arms move, slide apart, or even slide with you. We're going to sit the hips back towards the heels. And my butt is not going onto my heels, it's just moving in that direction. And you're going to settle your head in between your arms. Now I'm not going to put my head down because the microphone, it'll make a loud noise if I squish it between my face and my arm. I'll just stay here. And then soften your heart towards the floor. In these days especially, we're carrying a lot of tension in parts of our bodies. And the body tenses when the body feels it's in danger. This is a normal reflex. But we want to counter that reflex in moments when we're not in danger, physically in danger. Soften the shoulders, soften the heart, slide. Oh, see, I just had an opening. It feels really nice. And then you're going to take your breath into your whole back body. I visualize my lower back and mid back is kind of like a balloon, and I'm just inflating it with my lungs in breath. That feels really sweet. Come back to center. Okay. Straighten the arms just for a moment. The next one, we're going to go towards an inversion, but we're not going to go all the way up. I know some of you at home, you can go all the way up in headstand, but I'm going to give some variations so that everybody has something to work with. If you're, actually, we're not going to go all the way up, so you don't need a wall. Come onto your forearms, interlace your fingers. Okay. And stage 1 is the head can stay off the floor, just looking at your hands, and the hips rise, dolphin pose. You can just stay here, no problem. Okay. You want to use your power again to keep yourself from collapsing. I'm going to move forward on my mat just a little bit, okay? Strong arms, strong legs, hips up. This is stage 1, steady, strong. And we can all do it together, so we're moving through the stages in unity or collectively. Bring your hips to the floor. Okay, stage 1. Stage 2, I'm going to bring the very top part of my head to the floor. Okay. When I say the top part of the head, you don't want to be towards the forehead. You want to, if my chin was lifted and my head was neutral, I want to be just the very top. If you take your ear, the center of your ear, and just come right to the top, it's in the center there. I'm going to put that part of my head on the floor, and my hands will brace the back of my head as I lift my hips. Okay, this is stage 2. And here you want to just stay steady. Try not to let the body tremble, and for sure don't let your body collapse. Okay. Straight legs, strong arms. If you need to walk your feet back a little bit to get the legs straight, no problem. Okay. Stage 2. Stage 3, we're going to lift onto the tips of the toes. It's going to put a lot of fire into your arms. They'll start to shake. Keep them from shaking. Steady them. Yeah, that's it. Now, stage 3 or 4, for the last stage, the toes float 1 millimeter off the ground. They don't go any higher. 1 or both. 1 or 2 centimeters, they just float for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Woo! Sit back. Whoa. You guys still with me? Okay. We do that one more time, okay? Now you have the option, stage 1, dolphin, head off the floor. Stage 2, head to the floor. Stage 3 or 4, toes floating on tippy toes or just floating 1 or 2 centimeters, okay? We are not going up. So at home, I want you to say that to yourself. Self, I am not going up, okay? Stay with me. This builds a lot of strength. You know, sometimes it's much harder to do something that is simple, right? So, and this is actually what we're being asked to do right now. Just be simple. And it's so fucking hard. But this is our practice. This is where we grow, and this is where we're expanding. We're expanding in new directions right now. Trust it. Okay, let's do it. I'm going to go for the stage 3 or 4. You can do, I'll talk you through it. Dolphin, head up. Stage 2, head to the floor. Hips up, walk the feet in. Whatever stage. You can explore the next stage too. If you're at one, go to the next one and see if you can hold yourself there. I'm on the tippy toes. I'm floating, holding, shaking, praying. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, and release. Woo. All right, sit up. Take a breath. Adjust your hair. Dry the sweat. That's a strong one. Opa. Okay, I'll meet you in downward facing dog. I just need to fix my hair. Okay. That's a lot of hair. Downward facing dog. Let's do it. Okay, step the right foot forward. Place the left knee on the ground. We're going to untuck the back foot. Okay. If this is uncomfortable for your ankle, you can keep it tucked, no problem. Untuck the back foot. And I always check my connection to the earth by lifting the knee from the foot, pressing the foot, lifting the knee. So you want to keep the foot active, but then bring the knee back down softly. And if you have issues with your knees, you can fold your mat, you can put a towel or a blanket or something. Rise, bring your hands to your hips. On this pose, I'm already feeling it in the front of the thigh. We're going into a little bit of a thigh stretch, also slightly a back bend on the left side. And I'm using both legs
to get the heart space open and tilt it slightly. I don't want to dump into the low back. I'm going up first, and then I'm rotating. If it's just enough just to stay neutral here, totally cool. The next breath, we're going to float the arms up, and you can stay here or take the arms back. Now, you notice right then I just went boom, right into the breath. And the reason why is because I'm feeling the intensity. The intensity is challenging me. When I feel that challenge, breath. Back to my body. Back to being present. Nice. Downward facing dog. I mean, I assume you did nice. I did nice. It's so good to self-celebrate sometimes. I do it all the time. Probably too much. Bring your left knee on the ground. Oh, this is turning into a therapy session. Untuck the back foot. Come onto your fingertips. Open your heart. Settle. Ground. And rise. Open the heart. Use the back foot. If you feel strong pressure on your knee before you start piling pillows under there, press the foot. Get the pressure off the knee by using your foot. If it's still intense, put something on there, no problem. Float the arms up. Take the arms back. Had another memory. And reach. Downward facing dog. Oh, nice. That felt good. Ooh. Okay. Bring your knees to the floor. Just shift the feet forward. We can do a very simple back bend, bridge pose. Come onto your backs. Feet still hip distance apart. And the feet will be just slightly forward of the knee. They don't need to be so close to your butt, okay? Press the shoulders back. I'm going to come into robot arms. And this just allows me to have more access to the arm power that opens the chest. My shoulders move back, my heart opens, and I create space for the breath to expand. I just want to hold that for a few moments. Now, using the power of the arms, using the heels pressing down, we're going to lift the hips up and create some opening in the front body. Now, I keep pressing the back of my head down so that my throat stays open. Okay, this is also creating some stability for the cervical spine. Use your arms, use your legs. And release. Ooh, felt good. Okay, arms to the side. Chill for a moment. Let's go back up. Robot arms. Shoulders back, heart open. Press to the legs, hips up. Strong legs. Deep breath. Oh, feels good. And release. Nice. Okay. For the last one, you have the option, you can do bridge pose, or you can do a full back bend, okay? Those of you guys are experimenting with full back bend at home, if you start to feel pressure in your lower back, it's generally coming from something happening in the feet, okay? So you can try adjusting your feet, but I don't want you to force it into it just to be with me, okay? So you can do stage one, no problem. You can do variations of stage one, lift the leg, both legs, not at the same time, you would crash, but one at a time, okay? Place the hands for full back bend, Urdhva Dhanurasana. And before I go up, I always just take a moment and I just soften my heart space. Take a breath into that space, and this always calms me down. And I'm learning to do this in my everyday life as well. The situations that feel uncontrollable or overwhelming, I soften, I take a breath, and I just tune in to the space within myself. And that calms me right down. Hips up. Come on to the top of your head.
Stay supported and go up. If you're doing bridge pose, no problem, hips up, but you're gonna stay up with me. No asses on the floor. Strong legs. I'm gonna walk my feet in, just have a stable grip of my foot and stretch. And start to tune into the breath. Once it starts to shake, once it starts to tremble, strong breath. Stay up, no asses on the floor. Fight for it, we're almost there. Whoa, and release. Whoa, fuck it. Cool. Bring your knees into your chest. Nice, easy roll around. Soften your belly, soften your lower back. Whew. Okay. Use your hands to roll you to a seated position and stretch your legs forward on your mat. Shake them out for a moment. You can use your hands for support. If you feel tightness in the lower back, just lift out of the lower back. We're going to bend the left knee, open the left knee to the left. The right leg stays pointing forward, toes straight up and down. And this left knee, it can be in a little bit, 90 degrees, or leave it a little bit further back, depending on how open your hips are. If the knee starts to lift as you go back, just bring it forward. On your fingertips, open your heart, and then turn the upper body forward, and then we're going to fold in, walking the hands forward. Now my right hand stays on fingertips on the outside of the right leg. I'm going to cross my left hand either to the outside of the right shin, or the outside of the right foot. I'm going to grab the foot, and I'm going to use that pressure, the strength of that connection to go up through my heart, forward, and then in. As you fold in, soften your heart, open your heart, sweet breath, and just allow things to settle. Inhale to rise. Oh, it felt really nice. Okay, switch legs. Left leg forward. Right knee opens. And then again, just adjust the foot and the leg to the place where you're able to maintain for a little while, okay? On your fingertips, open the heart. Turn the chest forward. And then we're just going to walk it in, nice and sweet. Cross the right hand either to the outside of the left shin and pull up and forward, or take it to the outside of the foot. As you fold in, close your eyes, and just start to stretch your breath. Now this is a beautiful moment when you close your eyes and breathe, especially when you're in a posture, because you can feel that the whole body participates in the breath. So the thing that brings your body life, energy, the breath, your whole body is a part of it. Your hips move, your legs move. One more full, sweet, beautiful breath. Nice. And release. Right leg forward. This time we're going to bend the left knee and bring the left knee right over the right leg. Okay? Ardha Mukha Paschimottanasana. So, those of you guys at home who don't know what I just said, don't worry about it. It's just yoga. Okay? Left knee crosses over the right leg on your fingertips. Walk your hands forward. Now, the key to this pose is to continue to create front body space as you go forward and as you go in. And this one, I'm just keeping my fingertips. You can grab your foot, no problem. But I like to keep my hands on the floor to keep the arms part of the active energy that opens my heart. Active energy that opens the heart. That's beautiful. Well, thank you. I have my moments. It just made me think, like, in what ways do we or can we be active to generate energy that is a heart-opening experience, not just for us, but for others. Inhale to rise. Oh, it feels good. Let's switch legs. Left leg forward. Right knee crosses over. Okay. Oh, that's nice. On the fingertips, open the heart, and then walk it in. Walk it forward. So I can feel this leg's a little bit tight from the earlier standing postures. I'm not usually so tight on this side, but I can feel it. It's all the way through my hamstring and into my hip. So I just pause for a moment. I'm going to let that leg just ground, settle. And I'm doing so by getting opening through my heart. So that moves my leg bones down. And the body would tell me, the body would say, okay, I'm ready to go deeper. Until I get that signal, I just stay. Okay, there it is. And then we fold in. Close the eyes. Appreciate your breath. And rise. Awesome. So we're going to do one final forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Both legs forward. Okay. For this, you can take the feet as wide as the mat and wide as your hips or together. And actually for me today, I'm going to put it in between hip distance and mat distance. Okay. I want to go a little bit deeper towards the floor. So on the fingertips, open the heart, walk the hands forward. And we're going to hold the outsides of our feet. If you're struggling to hold the feet, you can hold your leg bones, but we want to go up, regardless of what you're connected to. Go up, keep the front body open as you fold in. I'm going to grab the outsides of my feet towards the heels, and I'm using my arm bones to keep the legs hugging center. Open through the heart and fold. Close your eyes. With every inhale, try to open the chest. And every exhale, you keep the space, and you go a little deeper. And rise. Wow, that felt really good. Whew. All right, I'm going to turn to face you. And we're just going to take a comfortable seated position.
I say comfortable, but what I really mean is lifted, okay? If your knees are lifting higher than the hip bones and you're going to sit on something, you can use a pillow, fold some blankets, roll your mat. But you want to stay in a position where your upper body stays upright, vertical, and open. So we're going to do a little breath work. As we do breath work today, we're going to be holding the breath, okay? And when you hold the breath, your breath naturally wants to go in and out on its own. So when you create a holding of that breath, you're creating tension in your body, and that is highly uncomfortable. And the longer you hold the breath, the more uncomfortable it becomes. And this discomfort is our actual practice. And your body will get a signal that it's in danger because there's no more breath coming in. And you want to observe how your mind gets quite active in those moments, okay? Today we're going to start out very simple. We're going to inhale for 5. We're going to hold for 5, and then we're going to exhale for 10. Now, whenever we're holding the breath, we're increasing pressure in the body. And that pressure is always looking for a very fast way out. And it'll start to push through the nose. It tries to go out through the nose and mouth where nose normally goes. But if that is blocked, it'll try to go out through the soft tissues of the ears, even put pressure in your eyes. When you have a cold, you sneeze and there's no place to go, pops your ears. Okay, same thing. So to keep the pressure down from rising, we're going to keep it down. We're going to do something called Jalandhar Bandha. Jalandhar Bandha is you're just putting your chin down towards your chest and you're creating a chin lock. This is the clavicle notch here. You're going to try to touch your chin there. If it doesn't go, it's no problem. You can even fold a little towel, put it there, and lock it with your chin. Okay? This also gives a nice stretch in the cervical spine and get all the nerves and tissue and all that stuff, nice energy there. Okay? So I'm not going to do it with you because I need to just talk and count. I need to teach. Okay, you do it. So, but I'll show it for you. I'll show it to you, and we'll do it together. Then I'm going to lift my chin. Lower the chin. That was confusing. I know. Lower the chin towards the chest. Okay, and as you lower the chin down towards the chest, you're going to lift the chest up to meet the chin. So you're not collapsing in your body as you're lowering. No, don't strain your neck, okay? You can use something under there, it's no problem. Okay, so just get used to this position first. And just like we did in the last session, we're gonna do chin mudra, index finger and thumb touching. And then we're gonna flip that down, so it's Jana Mudra. You're just gonna rest the hands on your knees. And I want you to just find some comfort here. Chin stays down until I ask you to lift it. We're going to take a full breath in through the nose and then out through the mouth. Close your lips. We're going to inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 5. Exhale for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On the next inhale, lift your chin. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale in. And exhale out. Last one. Inhale in. And exhale out. Now flip your palms up, keeping the mudra, index finger and thumb touching. And you'll feel a sense of lightness just move through your body. Keep your eyes closed. And we're going to slide right into meditation. And I'm going to guide you for a moment, and then I will stop talking so that you can just be in your own space. When we close our eyes, the mind starts to go on a little journey. It wants to take the information that it has and create stories so that it can understand and so that it can control. When we are not in control, we will naturally default to fear. And it's important to have a sense of distance from your mind, not a disconnection, just a sense of space, so that you can understand that what the mind is experiencing, it's natural, it's normal, it's part of its job. But what the mind does should never, ever disconnect you from the light, the beauty, and the joy that is your heart. And you want to sit in that space, in that energy, in your meditation. Now you can stay seated in meditation, or you can come into Shavasana. I'm going to stay seated, and I'm going to guide you into Shavasana. And just lay on your back, Shavasana. You just lay on your back, close your eyes, open your legs, open your arms, just let them fold open. Shavasana, as I often explain in classes, is the most advanced pose in yoga, because it teaches you to let go, to surrender. And what you're surrendering is your own concept of self. And when you surrender your concept of self, you reconnect to the energy that supports the self, which is universal energy. It's the energy that made you, made me, made all of this. And in that sense, you're becoming more spacious. So little things are not so big. if you need a little bit more time in Shavasana, you can hit pause and then just hit play when you're ready to join us. Begin to deepen your breath. Move your fingers and your toes. And then very sweetly start to move your hands and feet, stretch your arms and legs. So you start to reconnect to your body, reconnect to the space. Very sweetly and gently, bring your knees towards your chest. Give your legs a nice, gentle hug. Turn to your right and just take a moment and pause on your side. Take a breath. And in each breath, you can be assured that you are safe. You are okay. Use your hands to lift you to a seated position. As you come to a seated position, place your left hand onto your chest. Place your right hand onto your left hand. It's okay to feel uncomfortable, to feel fearful sometimes, to feel anxious and nervous when we don't have things under our control. These are normal human reactions. But as you connect to yourself, you're reminded that you are beautiful, you are light, and there's joy within you. Bow your head to your heart. Right from here, bring your hands to prayer pose. Give thanks, give thanks, give thanks. No matter how tough things get, we are very, 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 very blessed. Bring your hands to touch your forehead, to touch your lips, back at your heart. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching and tuning in with me. I am so grateful to have this opportunity to share and to experience the practice in this way with you guys. And have a fabulous, fabulous day. And enjoy the sunshine if you have it. Enjoy fresh air if you have it. Thank you so much for tuning in, listening, and watching. I really appreciate it. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I love you. Mwah.